All right, so today we're here with Tanika. Tanika is a spinal decompression patient who came in with some chronic lower back pain. So I'm going to just let her tell her story.
Hey everyone. Um, just to give you a rundown, I'm a mom of two, and my youngest is actually 9 years old. So pretty much 9 years now, I've been having lower back pain. I didn't think about getting it checked out. I thought it was a way of life after having a child, and didn't see the need to actually go in to find out what the problem was. Fast forward till now, I actually went to a chiropractor before coming to see Dr. Lawrence, and I mean, when I went, it was great. I was feeling a little better at that time,
Mhm.
and as I continued going, I noticed I started feeling the same. Like the pain started coming back. The problem was now that I had the pain and I was still paying the money. And I kind of gave up. I kind of thought, this is it. There's nothing else. And my husband was actually sitting down with a client that had such good things to say about Dr. Lawrence. So we looked her up, we made an appointment, and we came on in. Well, of course, in the back of my mind, I was also thinking, what was she going to do any different than what this last person did? So we were both kind of on the fence with that. But the difference right away, she sent me out. We made an appointment. We did a consultation, and she sent me out for MRI. And she was able to see actually where the issue was, what she needed to work on. Unlike the last chiropractor, didn't even do that, didn't even take that step. So I guess right then and there, we realized that, hey, we're on the right road at this point. She's already doing something that the last person didn't
Mhm.
do. I mean, as I continued going on, I mean, it was probably, I would say, less than a month, a couple weeks, matter of fact, I started feeling a difference. Just basically every day, I wasn't going to bed with pain like I used to. I
Mhm.
wasn't snapping at my family and my kids after a long day because I was in such pain. It made such a big difference, just the weeks. And now I'm sitting here, I'm probably, a couple months in, and I have no back pain. That's not
Wow.
something that I ever thought would happen. I just thought, this is life, this is how it goes. And you can see I'm a young woman. It's
Mhm.
not like I was, this is not supposed to be. And that's the first thing Dr. Lawrence said when I got here, that I was not supposed to have back pain. And I mean, just signing up with her program and seeing her, consistently like I've been doing, I'm
Mhm.
seeing results, and I'm excited about it.
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to, just moving forward and seeing what life have to offer now that I don't have back pain. So
Woohoo!
I definitely recommend you seeing Dr. Lawrence. She is worth every bit of it. It's been awesome, honestly.
Excellent. So the cool thing I wanted to bring up about your past experience, and of course, in no way are we, saying anything negative about your previous chiropractor. But what I would say is that the person that you were seeing was more of a general chiropractic type of doctor.
Yeah,
And what I mean
definitely.
by that is that they were adjusting you, which was great. You needed the adjustments. I've been
Mm-hmm.
adjusting you.
Mm-hmm.
And they were using maybe some interferential or some things just for pain relief.
Right.
And you know what? If you have a pretty simple, straightforward problem, that's going to be perfect. I mean, I could do that in my office.
Yeah.
But when you have something that's more chronic and ongoing and you're not getting the results just doing that, you have to do a little further investigation. And what we found with the MRI was that you had a mild disc bulge at L5 and you had lost some of the disc height there. So that was the main driver. So in our office, if we're dealing with someone with a chronic condition, if you have back pain for 9 years and you're a 30-something-year-old lady, there's something wrong with that.
Right.
Um, so part of what we did is we went beyond just doing the adjustments and doing the palliative relief, and we used spinal decompression. I love spinal decompression for chronic back pain. Exactly. But you need to take the further steps, okay? And the further steps that we did here were we do the adjustments, of course, make sure everything's lined up, and you had some issues that we've had to work with. But we added in the spinal decompression that specific to that area of the spine,
Right.
and we also use a laser, okay, to help that area heal and decrease inflammation, decrease pain. Um, and we also use an electrical unit called the Rebuilder,
Right.
which helps that area to feel better as well. So when you combine all those things, it works.
It sure does.
So it makes a difference. So what I want people to, the takeaway here is that just because you've been to the chiropractor before and maybe it hasn't worked, if you're going to someone who's more of a generalist who doesn't have this specialty equipment, then you need to, take it to another level.
Absolutely.
I find it to be, I can't even think of anybody. I'm going to practice 18 years. Especially since we've been doing spinal decompression, I can't think of anyone who wasn't given significant relief by using that. And sometimes that's where you have to go. So the good news is that you are back to being, your young 30-something self with a couple kids and a family, and you can, move in your life with a whole different level of enjoyment. With them and they with you, because you're, of course, when you're not feeling well, your mood's not as good. So you can, you can become more active again, like you were doing kickboxing, and pretty soon we'll put you back, into being able to do that. You're not quite ready for it yet, but, it just, the big takeaway here, folks, is if you've had an experience where you feel like you haven't gotten the relief you needed with someone else who's doing some very basic chiropractic stuff, all is not lost. You just need to go to someone who's going to take it to another level for
Absolutely.
you. All right, great. Thank you so much for your testimonial, Tanika.
No problem.